So the first and foremost is understand what is the process. So if we follow a systematic process, we will be successful. So you need to understand what is that we need to do. So basically, right, we have different trade plans. You can use uh, top trend, you can use T5, you can use. So there are different ways we can make consistent gains. But yeah, one thing we are observing is this pattern is giving much more success, like nearly 90% success rate if we follow the exact strategy. So the step number one, we have mainly three different indicators we use as part of the strategy. One of the indicator is T55, T55. That means it is like much powerful than T5. Then we have T5 indicator, and then we have price pulse indicator. So I'll explain about one by one, right? And then I'll explain the entire process, the combination, how we need to use it. If you see, right here, I added T55 price pulse here. I added T5 here. I'll just hide them. This price pulse indicator tells us where you have the big sellers. So whenever you see the red rectangles or red lines, these are like resistance, right? This is like sellers, this is sellers, sellers, sellers. So whenever you see a red line, that represents there is a lot of selling activity there. If you see some green lines or green boxes, that means there is some buying activity there. So basically, the price pulse indicator helps us to identify where the big companies are selling, where the big companies are buying, which will help us to identify the right whether we are at a bottom, whether we are at a top, like that. It will also give us what is the trend momentum, trend strength going on for any specific ticker. So that is the first indicator which we use, price pulse. So if the line is red here, that means the price is very bearish. If the line is blue, that means the price is very bullish. So that is your price pulse. Second thing you understand about T5. So this is like an oscillator which helps us to identify when it is overbought. And if you see a red dot, that means the trend will start reversing. Whenever, right, let us say if it is at a bottom. So there's a lot of so from bottom, if it starts going up, that means this is bullish, right? From the bottom, it came to the bottom, got oversold, then started moving up. If you see a green dot, that means the price became bullish. If you see a red dot, the price became bearish. So those dots, and especially if it is at the bottom, if you do bull put spreads, if you are at the top, if you do bear call spreads, your risk is minimal. Your risk is very less. So, right, for example, in KD, it came here, it shown that sellers took the control. So if you see a dot, that represents sellers took the control. Now, there is another indicator which will, right? One way you can do is you can just use price pulse. If my price pulse line is red, my T5 line is red, and if it is dropping from the top, you can watch and you can take the short signals. So this one made nearly $300-400 now with each contract. Or because it will be difficult for you to know where this is red, right? So for T5, you have two parts. One is you have a bottom part where on the chart it will show whether if you see a green line, that means price is bullish. If you see a red line, price is bearish according to T5. And also it has a top part which will tell us whether it is overbought or oversold. So you have two parts in T5. So even though it is right, you see it in a different chart, but it also plots a line in the bottom chart. The most important thing is whenever it is at the top and starts dropping, that is what will help us to make nice profits. Right? So one way is you can just use price pulse T5 and you can make money. You can just watch that okay, price pulse became red, this also became red, this also it went to all the way to the top, started dropping. So that's a nice opportunity. We can short it and make money. Or so we also added one more, right? Because sometimes it becomes difficult for you to go to each chart and see where the price pulse is red, T5 is red. So that's where you have this T55 indicator, which will give a strong sell signal, right? For example, whenever you see a strong sell signal and you also see that you got a strong sell, and when you got a strong sell, you also see that it is dropping. That is a perfect opportunity, right? If you see a strong buy, but it is already at the top, it is little risky, right? Oh, it might move little more bit, but it is already overbought condition, so we can ignore. So, for example, today SPX, right? We saw that we got a strong buy, right? It was right today morning. It was just moving, consolidating for some time. Then we got a strong buy. Then it went all the way to the top. So here it did a small push, tried to go down, but again buyers immediately tried to take it up. Again sellers tried to bring it down, but buyers took it up. So when you are at a top, don't take the strong buy. But when you are at a bottom, if you get a strong buy, that is a good one. If if you are at a top and you get a strong sell, that is a good opportunity. So is that making sense? So mainly you have, again I'll write the T55. One is you have T5, one is price pulse. These are the two most important indicators. T5 will tell us whether it is overbought or oversold, whether it is bearish or bullish. In the same way, price pulse will tell us whether you have lot of buyers, whether you have lot of sellers, whether buyers are ruling the market or sellers are controlling the market. By looking at this, if you see lot of green, that means there is lot of buyers. Buyers are in control. If you see lot of red in the red on the chart, right? For example, you see here everything red lines, red lines, red lines. That means sellers are in control. So now let us go to the, now you saw high level information about three the top indicators which are making huge profits every day. So now what we'll do, we'll go through the what you have to do once you subscribe or before we take the live trades. If you understand the process, it will be easy for you to understand why we are taking the trades. If you don't understand why you are taking a trade, you will get panic. So this T55 is the indicator which will help us. It will check both the things. It will check price pulse. It will also check T5, and then it will tell us whether it is a strong buy or strong sell. Uh, is it clear? So your T5 is only looking at T5 code and it is telling whether it is a buy or sell. Your price pulse is only looking at price pulse code and telling. Whereas T55 is looking at both price pulse and also T5 and then giving us an information that okay, T5 it is red, price pulse it is red, so it is a strong sell. So here, if you get a red line, this is a sell from T5. If you get a red line here, it is a sell from only price pulse. But if you are getting a sell signal from here, sell signal from here, then T55 is telling that okay, this is a sell, this is a sell, so it is a strong sell, like that. So we mainly use, our first step is you have to, right? For example, you want it on stocks or futures or crypto, wherever you want, you go and create an alert. You can create one by one symbol, or now TradingView came up with a new feature. If you have a professional plan, you can directly go and create an alert on the entire list, right? For example, so let me delete these ones. I'll create again. So now, for example, I want to trade on the different prop firms, right? Prop firms is where you don't need to use your own money. You can take the trades. So what I can do, earlier I have to go to each one. I have to go and create an alert, but now trading view, they created a new feature. I can just create alert, and then I can go to 5 minutes, select T55, because that will help us to tell whether it is bearish in both price pulse and also T5. So I'm telling, okay, create an alert. Whenever it is a strong buy or strong sell, let me know. Then I am creating it on the entire list, right? This futures is the watch list name. I am saying that when if T55 looks for a strong buy or strong sell, give me a message, give me a confirmation. So if I do it in 5 minutes, that is for day trading. If I want to do it, right, same thing I want for swing trading, right, in my personal account. I can go to create alert, select 1 hour here, select T55, and then I can say once per bar close. So that means in 1 hour, if I get a strong buy or strong sell, I'll get a notification that I can use for my personal account. Whereas 5 minutes is mainly for your prop firms because you have to close the trades on the same day, right? Whatever we take after 5 p.m., we have to close them by 4 p.m. tomorrow. So that's why we generally use 5 minutes time frame for our prop firm trading. Right? Is this clear until here? Step one, you have to create alerts using T55 because T55 is looking at T5. It is also looking at price pulse and giving us an information that okay, this is bearish, this is bearish. So it is a very good opportunity to go and short it. Or it is telling okay, this is bullish, this is bullish, so go and buy it. Like that, it is giving that information. Yeah, if you have a 5 indicator plan, yeah, you will get access to T55. Right. So step number one, I hope everyone is clear with that step. Any questions? If anybody want, you can do the same thing. So set strong buy and strong sell alert using T55 indicator in 5 minutes time frame on all your favorite tickers for day trading or for prop firm trading. That means if you want to do day trading for your own personal account, you can do it. Day trading in personal accounts or for prop firm trading. Use 1 hour time frame for swing trading. If you want to swing for more than a day, you can do it on you create alert on the 1 hour time frame. Yeah, we are going to take some live trades now. Uh, E55 indicator is our custom indicator. You have a normal plan also. You can get access to it. Right. I hope everyone is here with step number one. T55 is our custom indicator, which looks at T5, which looks at price pulse. If T5 is bullish, price pulse is bullish, the T55 will send a strong buy alert. If T5 is bearish, price pulse is bearish, our T55 will send a strong sell alert. So it is very, very powerful. So if it is giving an alert, so for example, right, just before few minutes, right, let's go to the log and let me go to this, right, we'll also take live trades, right, just I want to show you an example, so it will make easy for you. So if you check it around 640, right? Strong buy sell detected on NKD at 6:40 p.m. So if you see here, you got a strong sell, right? Here. So instead of wasting your alerts, we are creating an alert on both buy and sell on the same in the same message. Otherwise, you have to create one alert for buy, one alert for sell. So when you receive this message, you will see in the chart, okay, there is a strong sell. And you can see there, right? You have a red box. Your T5 started dropping. Your T5 is red. Your price pulse is red. Then you also see where is your next support, where are your buy order blocks, or where is your EMA 200. That means it can go all the way till that point. So at 640, we got an alert. There is a strong sell because T5 is bearish, price pulse is bearish. Our T55 gave a strong sell signal. Whenever you receive a strong sell signal, just check once. Okay, am I close to any support? Right? Is it looking red? This looking red? This looking red? Everything is looking red. So we can just go ahead and short. And then within few minutes, it dropped nearly $500-600. It made $500-600, right? So I hope that it is clear. Whenever you receive a strong sell alert from T55 on any ticker, check if the current price of the ticker is below price. So most of the times, 90% of the times, it will be below. So, right, this is your price pulse line. This is your T5 line. So whenever you got the strong sell signal, your price, your candle should be below these two lines. Generally, it will happen, but sometimes it might be little bit, right? It might be somewhere on the border. If it is on the border, better you wait for one more candle to go down. But 90% of the time, the candle will be below both the lines. If it is below both the lines, it is very, that means the price is below T5 line, price is below price pulse line, then it can go all the way to the bottom. For example, you got a strong buy signal, right? Let us say here you got a strong buy. Your T5 line is green, your price pulse line is blue. Make sure your candle should be above these two lines. If it is above these two lines, and also if this is somewhere to the bottom, then your risk is minimal because it is already oversold and it is trying to go up. These are the prices above these two lines. Then you can make huge profits. In the same way, if it is already overbought, right, it moved so much, so there should be a reversal. If it is at the top, you get a strong sell. These two lines are red, then you can easily make some nice profits. So all we need to do is just check for those conditions, right? Which is very easy. Even if you teach to your kids, they can also do it. So first thing is you are setting the alert. Whenever you receive a strong buy, you are checking that, okay, is it looking good, right? Is my T5 green? Is my price pulse blue, right? Am I close to any resistance or not? Like that. In the same way, whenever you receive a strong sell alert, you are checking whether both the lines are red. The price should be at the bottom, and then you should not be very close to any major support or any major buy order block. So if you just remember these three rules, paste it on your, right, take a printout, put it near your laptop where you take the trades, then every day you can make some nice profits with either you do with your personal accounts, you do with prop firms, it is up to you. So any questions on the process? Right, the alert will come after the close of the candle. Okay. So Karthik is mentioning that there is a. So let us go and check some alerts. Let me remove this current symbol. So it will tell you there is in Q there is a strong sell. Now you have to tell me, do you think it is a good opportunity or not? We got a strong sell opportunity. So what are the different things you need to check? One is it should be somewhere close to the top. When it is a sell, it should be close to the top, which is good. The second thing, your price pulse line should be red and the price should be below. T5 should be red. So it is a nice, perfect opportunity. I can go to, where is my, so if you think like it is a right, is it meeting all our conditions? Right? Maybe 1 or 2 days you may have to just go, okay, I created an alert, I got a strong sell alert. Check if the current price of the ticker, right? You want, you can put like this. When you receive a strong sell alert from T55 on any ticker, check if current price of the ticker is below price pulse red line. So this is your price pulse line. So it is below the price pulse line. Second thing, price is not close to any major buy order block or not close to any support. So do you see any buy, right? Any major? So it is somewhere at far. So there is, it is looking good. Then the third condition, check if T5 in the upper part of the chart has a red line moving towards downside and close to the top. Right. So this is somewhere, this is the upper chart. It is dropping. So now I can go ahead and take a short position. Now I took a short on NQ. I can hold until, even if I just make $100 and we can copy the same trade in some 10 accounts, then that is $1,000 profit. Right. So this is looking very bearish. There is a lot of distance between these two lines. So there is a high possibility for a nice drop. The NQ will be very volatile. You don't need to worry about small up and downs. As long as you are following all the conditions, then you can make profits. Let us also look at this while NQ drops. Crude oil. Crude oil, you got a strong sell, but you have a big buy order block. So it is better you don't take this type of signals, right? You are close to all the big companies are trying to buy here. You got a strong sell. This is dropping, and this is also already came close to the bottom. Then your price is close to support zone, discount zone. So it is little risky trade. We should avoid such type of trades. So in this case, we got a strong buy signal, but this is already close to the top, and also this is close to a major resistance area. So that's why it is better to avoid this type of. If you get a strong buy, It is telling that it can move up, but because we are close to a sell order block, we will avoid, ignore this type of trades. Now on ES also we got a strong sell because generally NQ and ES move in the same direction. We got a strong sell on the ES. So again, there is a nice gap, but there is a buy order block here. So if you see a green box, that is a buy order. So if it drops, then it can come all the way till here. So I took a short on crude oil, sorry, on ES and also NQ. So we took short on NQ already, and then I also took a. So because it is meeting all my conditions, right? The price is close to the top. I got a sell, and then I can see that there is enough gap between this one, and it should come all the way to the bottom. Yeah, in this using this strategy, you don't need top trend. Right? There are different strategies. Using top trend, you can use super buys, strong buys, super sell, strong sell. That is one strategy. This is another strategy which is having much bigger success rate. Yeah, that one is making 85. This is making nearly 90% success. So we have NQ short and then we have ES short. Always wait for the notification. Whenever you receive the notification, you just check whether your conditions are satisfied or not. NQ made nearly $150. That is only with one account. I am copying the same trade in 10 accounts. That is nearly $1,000. Right? It can go all the way to the bottom. Right? If I want, you can also take it in your personal account. You don't need to just focus on, for example, yes, futures. I also took a short on the personal account. That made nearly $200 plus with NQ. Again, it can go further down, but just I'm telling that even if you make $200 within half an hour and copy that into an account, that is a $2,000 profit sitting at your home without depending on anyone, without no office politics, nothing. So now we'll also take some profit on ES. Right, generally in the initial days, what you do is have only one trade at a time. If you have two, three trades, you may miss closing them, you may forget about it. So better you just take one trade at a time. Once you become confident, then you can at the same time you can take ES, NQ, RTY, YM. They all move in same, or your GC, silver, platinum, they all move in same direction. Crude oil, heating oil, RB, they all move in same direction. So as long as your T5 line is red, your price pulse line is red, you can hold the trade. Right? If I want, I can put a stop loss somewhere above the T5 line, price pulse line. There is a high possibility for it to come all the way to the bottom. As long as there is a lot of gap between these two, that shows that sellers are in full control. If these lines are very close, right? For example, here the lines are very close. That means buyers can take control, sellers can take control. That when you have big gap, generally sellers got full control now. So at the same time, right, even with $5,000, you can open a futures account. There is no day trading rules or anything. So I am making profits with personal account. Same time, we are making with multiple prop firms. Mm. There's still big gap between these two lines. That means it can come all the way down, make profits. This should come all the way to this point. Yeah, for personal features, you can use IBKR or Swim or even TraderWeight, Ninja Trader. You can deposit some 5,000 in the Ninja Trader account. Right? If you don't understand, you'll get panic when you see a green candle. You'll get panic, but you know that there is a lot of gap here. It is going to come down. So NQ made profits. It went all the way down, and because I kept buy orders, it automatically took the profit. So you don't need to keep watching. You can put your buy orders, and then automatically it will. So for example, you have platinum, right? It will. This will make profit. It will come all the way down here. You will make profit. Now you have to tell whether we have to take this one or not. We got a strong buy signal. Do you think that's a good opportunity or not? We should not, because we are very. First reason is it is already overbought. So it is already close to the top. Second is we have a huge resistance, huge sell order. So big companies are trying to sell here. So it may go a little bit up and then drop. So that's why we should not enter such type of buy signals. This one also can make money, but little risky, because right, if we get buy somewhere close to the bottom, that is the best one. When it is, so it is sellers are taking control, buyers taking control, sellers taking buy. So it can move quickly to any side. So better we avoid such type of signals. Right? Initially, it may take 10-15 seconds. Later, immediately you will realize, okay, this is top, this is okay. You can just avoid, and you like this tomorrow. If you want, here there are some thousands of stocks. You can put a list here. Let create alert on this list. Whenever T55 gives a strong buy, strong sell on any of them, let me know. Then whenever you get a buy or sell, you will get a notification. Then you can see, okay, am I close to the bottom? Am I close to the top? If you wait for that, then you will make nice profits. AC is AC looking bearish. So until we get a signal, strong buy, strong sell, don't enter any trades. Offer, right? You're both the line. So if you see these boxes, that means they just treat them as buyers. So there are a lot of buyers trying to push the price up. There are a lot of buyers trying to push the price up. So still there is some distance here. So we can make $100-$150, but if you want as a best practice, you can wait when it is at the bottom. That is very low risk trade. ES made profits. Right? It completely came all the way down. Close the position got closed automatically. So do you, so again, right, like this, if you spend 1 hour, you can make $300-$400 with one contract. And now you copy it in 5 accounts, 10 accounts, 20 accounts, how whatever you want, you can write because there are 30, 40 companies like this. Once you gain the confidence, now you can copy the same $100 trade into 30 companies, 40 companies. You take payout from each and every company. All you need is understand. Once you understand this logic, then you use it for stocks, options, futures, currencies, cryptos, whatever you want, and you don't need to have your own money. You can do it in the prop firms. And you can repeat the same thing. You can copy the same into 10, 20 different accounts. Yeah, and you dropped much more. So now once you make profits, better you don't take one more trade. Generally, what happens is you may feel like, oh, there is little more distance, let me make some more. But sometimes suddenly it reverses. Once you make profits, don't touch. Again, wait for a buy signal, right? Already we took profits on the sell signal. Now, when it comes to the bottom, again it will start going up. So don't take another sell signal. Right? If you want, you can take it on ES or RTY or YM. Once you to make that 100, 150, $200 profit, then wait for the opposite side signal. So natural gas, again, same thing. It is already at the top. So better we avoid such type of signals. So right, always stop loss, right? For example, let us say you are taking a buy. Then just to watch the last five candles. And for example, this is right, put a stop, right? You can just click here and say add stop loss, sell at this. So in case if it goes up, you will make profit. But if it drops, you can take a quick stop loss. The next trade, you can again make profits on it. So watch wherever you are buying it. If you are buying it, look at last five candles and the low of the candle, low of the last five candles. You can put your stop loss. If you are shorting something, right? For example, I'm, sh- I'm shorting here. Then watch last five candles. Put a stop loss little above. Whichever is the highest candle, put stop loss in that. Okay, we got a buy signal on silver. Um, you have to tell me, do you think it is a good one or not? If not, why? Need one more time you read the rules. Right? That's why I told you. So when you receive a strong buy alert from T55, check if current price is above price pulse blue line and price is not close to any major sell order block. So okay, first we'll check this condition. Right? Check if current price of the ticker is above the price pulse blue line. So where is your price pulse blue line? So if you want, I'll hide everything. So now we got a strong buy, but as I said, sometimes the candle is just trying to cross it. It did not cross completely. So, but this is treating that price pulse is becoming bullish, and also your T5 is also becoming bullish. So we got a strong, but your price is still not right. The second problem is there is a major sell order block. So it is little risky, right? As of now, still this did not turn green. Second thing is there is a big sell order block. If you see the table also, it is still looking very bearish. So that's what again, right? Already we made $200-300 or more with NQES. So why you want to take a risk and give back those profits to the market? You just avoid. If you feel even 1% doubt, just avoid that signal. You may miss some opportunities, but that's okay, right? Always look for a reason to not to take a trade because there is a huge sell order block. Okay, I got a strong buy because it it sees that okay there is a possibility for a bullish in both. Then because I see a big sell order block, it is a risky trade. 60% I may make profit, 40% it may again drop. So why to take a risk when because there will be hundreds of opportunities every day. If you miss one opportunity, nothing will happen. When you see even a little risk, just avoid the trade. Wait for the next notification. Whenever you get the next notification, you can take it. And this is like the volume, how much of sell orders are right. What is the there are nearly 23 more sell orders at this particular moment or at this particular price. There are more sell orders compared to the buy orders. So that is right. The first topic is the training, and then we did the live session. And then let me explain you the other thing. So, for example, today we had earnings for right. So, right. Again, if you already know the earning result, that's okay. But generally, what do you think? What can happen when you see this chart? What do you think? Generally, whenever there is earnings, there can be a big move, either upside or downside. When you see if I all the way at the top, where there is a highest possibility, right, for a major drop, and because it already went to the top, and then you see sellers started taking the right. If you see green, that means buyers are in control. If you see red, sellers are in control. So today, before earnings, it was like this. So after earnings, right, you can also see red boxes here. So today after earnings, AEHR dropped from nearly $16 to around $13. So either you can sell the calls, you can buy the puts. Right? Yesterday we already sold the calls. Today morning itself it made nearly 60-70% profit. But if anyone holding, it is more than 100% profit with the calls. Selling the calls with buying the puts, it is more than 200%. So like this, that is one more way we can use our indicators where you can watch it in the daily time frame, analyze what can happen. Based on that, you can do the earnings trades. For earning trades, you don't need to watch the chart for just to 5-10 minutes before the market close. You can see, and then tomorrow morning when market opens, you can book the profits. You don't need to spend a lot of time. But in case if somebody want to, uh, they are busy with meetings, they are completely new to trading. They don't know how to use the indicators, or they do. Then we have an option where you can make 2% guaranteed return per month. So each share is like $25,000. So basically, you're right. Yeah, there are two options. One is you have a guaranteed 6% return. So earnings happen for every 3 months. Right from tomorrow, the new earnings are starting. So, yeah, from Wednesday we have earnings. Right, always it starts with the financial firms. So from Jan 15th it is starting. So one option is you can buy the indicators. You can basically use the logic, same logic, right? Whether it is 5 minutes or daily or 1 hour, the logic is same. If it is at the top, it will drop. If it is at the bottom, it can go up. So yeah, one option is you can take the trades, or you can you can use the fund where you get a guaranteed 2% return. So every 3 months you get 6% return. So for every earning season, either you can keep investing the same 25K, right? 25K for one share and maximum two shares for each person. So for example, you put 50,000 investment, then you will receive 53K at the end of 3 months. For a 25K investment, you will receive 26.5K, like that. So then yeah, there is another one, but I want to stop this one because again it will be a lot of LLC creation, doing K1s, all those. So already yeah, there are some members who got this option, but for now I want to just keep it at 2% or 6% return for every earning season. The same thing I also want to do with SPX. So one fund is only for earnings. So let us say we take only earnings related alerts, only earnings related trades. Then the second one is we'll take only SPX. So for example, you see SPX. If SPX comes all the way to the bottom, you can either buy the calls or you can do bull put spreads. When it goes all the way to the top, we can do bear call spreads. So SPX also makes nice profits. So there is one fund for earnings, one fund purely for SPX trades. So you get 2% guaranteed return every month. You don't need to worry about what trades we are taking, how many contracts we are taking, are we buying calls, are we buying bull put spreads, are we what we are doing? Because in bank we are making less than 0.25%. Whereas here, because our indicators are working perfectly, if you have time, I suggest you take the trades, right? If you have time and you have patience, you can teach to your spouse, you can teach to your kids. They are working 90%, you'll make success, right? That's why I am training, I am immediately showing how we are making profits, and I am sharing all the alerts in the US equities, how much we made. Today we made nearly 50, $60,000 with SPX. So one way is yeah, you if you have time, you can do it. Whatever I explained, everything I explained, why we are buying, why we are selling, right? For example, silver, you see that, right? We decided not to take it, which is a good reason, right? Because there is a big sell order block. So it is dropping now. So if you have taken it, you would have closed it in a losser. So yeah, if you have time, you can do it, or you can do in prop firms, right? Because in prop firms, you don't need to use your own money. You can just take Apex or Tradify or Tick Trader. There are so many different companies. You can start without taking a big risk on your own account. You are taking the trades, and once you gain confidence, you can add more and more companies, more and more accounts in each company. Right? Apex gives 20 accounts, and Tradify gives some 5 accounts. Li Trader Fund gives 20 accounts. So now you see there is a sell order block. You have a sell. You have everything bearish. I can short it, and it can go all the way till the bottom. You make some $50, $100, copy that into 10 accounts. That is $1,000 profit. Like that, you can use indicators on prop firms. And if you have, right, don't take loans or something, right? Always treat that any investment will have a risk. So only if you have some idle money sitting in bank, not making any interest, then you can use that, where you have guaranteed return of 2% per month. That means per annum you can make 24%. Because anyway we are taking trades, I can copy the same trade into multiple accounts, because I am always before the charts, watching the trades, taking, alerting in option channel, all those things. So I can take the trades, and I can, maybe if I may make 3%, 5%, 10%. For you, you'll get the 2% guaranteed returns. Even some days I may also have losses. But for you, you don't need to worry. You don't need to take any tension. At the end of every 3 months, you get that 6% return. So, any questions? There is no prop firm which will allow both options and futures. There are some prop firm. Most of the prop firms allow futures. Right? There are very limited firms which will do stocks and options, like tradethepool.com, tradefundar.com. So if anyone is interested, they can for the you'll put it in the, yeah, 6% is the maximum. You don't have any risk, right? So you have a down market protection, or you have 0% risk. So you can fill that form, either you are interested for SPX fund or earnings fund. So it is 25K is the minimum. So you can see. So yeah, right, in the last season also we made over 85% success. But the small account problem, right? One of the problem is they know about naked calls, naked puts, but they don't know about spreads or iron condors or butterflies or any other advanced strategies. Second problem is, generally they have accounts less than 25K or 25K, 30K. Even if you have just one or two losses, you will get into that PDT rule. You cannot take the trades. The other problem is you may be busy with the primary job. Right, suddenly, right, all you need is the 10-15 minutes before the market close. But before the market close, you have a sudden meeting with your manager or your team or something. You will not be able to use the time, take the trades. Or tomorrow morning, you have to close within first 30 minutes. You are busy and you cannot close, then suddenly it may go up again. Then not able to take spreads in your brokerage accounts due to the experience or permission or whatever. So because of all these reasons, so there are two options, but the first option is where you have guaranteed return. The second option is, again, you have to pay part of LLC, pay for the LLC expenses, then you have to write process K1s, all those things, which is a lot of headache. And so rather than that, I suggest that whoever already signed up, that's fine. But whoever did not sign up, this is a better option where you don't need to worry about anything. Whether we make profits or losses, you will get your guaranteed 6% return for every 3 months. Whether that is for earning season or for SPX fund, every 3 months you will take that 6%, right? Because even in real estate also, making 10 to 12% per annum is very difficult nowadays with all the bank interest rates and other things. It is becoming more and more difficult. But because with the indicators are working so good, and As I explained, there are different ways we can. So yeah, right. We use futures, or we can do stocks, we can do options, we can do SPX, we can do earnings, whatever it is. Your risk is you can always use prop firm accounts. You can take the trades, and if you have money sitting idle in the bank, you can get 2% return per month. In the comments, you can say you want SPX. Right at the end of 3 months, you will take your capital plus 6% on that capital at the end of 3 months. Right? For example, you want to continue for next 3 months. You just take the profit and then you keep the 25 because every 3 months the earning season will continue. Right? Again, all these there are 300 companies. They will continue to report every 3 months. They have to show their revenue. They have to show their EPS and all those things. So you have all these, right? For example, you have Netflix on Tuesday. We have Seagate, we have Progress, we have nearly 100 plus companies reporting in next 1 month. So you can yeah, take advantage of it. So we are limiting to 99 members. As of now, we already got around 60 members. So we have slots for another 39 members. And we are initially, I thought of starting from 15, but because it is too early for everyone to arrange to do the trans. So we are starting from 20th also. Really, there is nothing. So yeah. 20th from 20th, we'll take the trades for Netflix, United, IBKR, all these companies. We'll see, and then we'll take the trades. So if anybody is interested, they have to complete the formality by this Sunday. So that Monday will. So for example, let us say we start with a $1 million in the fund. At the end of 3 months, we are at 1.5 million. Then that 500K will be divided between all the 99 partners based on the share they invested. Uh, if it is yeah, the option two, where it is like 25% will come to the company in the profits, and then 75% of the profit will go to the partners. That is option two. Option one is where, irrespective of how much we made, you will just you will keep 2% per month or 6% for this season. So from Jan 20 to April 20 is our season one. Again from April 20 to April, May, June, July, that is season two. Like that, every 3 months, this process will continue. You can take your profits and keep your capital for the next season, or you can take everything. Right, your freezing period is that 3 months. You cannot come after 1 month and say that, oh, I want, or you cannot come and say that I want to move from option two to option one, or option one to option two. So once you choose an option, then your option is locked. So from Feb 1st, we are starting the SPX, right? Because SPX, every day, SPX is the most volatile ticker, most volatile and most liquid ticker. It won't be choppy or it won't be. So even if it is choppy also, for example, right, it came all the way to the bottom. You got a strong buy. T5 became green, price pulse became blue. We did bull put spreads. So it went all the way to the top. Yeah, here we missed booking the profits, but in a small position we had to take a loss. But it again in the last few minutes, suddenly buyers bumped in. Right, it was going down. Suddenly a big buy order block came. So there was a little big bounce in the last 5-10 minutes. Otherwise, that would have made nice profits. If it would have stayed below 58.30, would have made gains. But last to 5-10 minutes, suddenly, yeah, from 58.20, big buy order came. But yeah, there will be always, right? There is no strategy which will make 100% success. But if 80-90%, if we can make profits, we'll be profitable at the end of the day. Yeah, indicators are working 85-90%. Right? Otherwise, I won't do live session with hundreds of users every day. And now also you saw, right? Just now you saw silver example. We did not take we did not take the buy order here because there was a nice sell order block. Then it came and dropped all the way. So yeah, you can watch the live recording, right? We record all the sessions, put it in the YouTube. You can go and watch. Today we made with SPX and a lot of other trades with IWM, RTY. Yeah, sometimes there can be some sudden news, sudden dump, some sudden Fed speech. Sometimes we will have such type of issues. Yeah, SPX also it is 6% for every 3 months, irrespective of the result. So you don't need to worry about anything, right? Otherwise, you will have a lot of doubts or questions, or you may feel like, oh, they are making 50%, 100%. Why we are making only 3%? Because we don't take a rate. You may put 25K, but we won't use all 25K of every member in each trade. We will use only 1%, 1%, 1% in every trade. Sometimes you may have 10, 20 earnings. We may use 1 to 2%, 1 to 2% in each trade. Some maybe 10, 15 may give profits, 3, 4 may give losses. So when you have a big pool, we can even we have losses also that will because if you have 15, 16 profits, 3, 4 losses, your gains will be more than the loss. But when you have a small account, even if you have one loss, then you'll not be able to take the other trades. That is the advantage when we do trade as a group. But again, right? That's why I'm training you on everything without hiding any tips, sharing you all the strategies how you can make profits. So if you have time, if you can do it by yourself, or you do it in the prop firms. Then there is second option where if you want to delegate that risk, you can do it. It is up to you. Yeah, you'll get a contract. Yeah, you do get a agreement and contract for the okay, VS. Waiting for the alert. So until you receive an alert, don't take any trades. VS, we may see a sell. Right? There is a huge sell order block. It went all the way to the top. There is a high possibility for a drop. But yeah, wait for the signal. Because sometimes if there are too many buyers, it can break the resistance and go up. Yeah. Right? We want this price pulse to turn to red, T5 to turn to red. Only once you get a signal, you take the trades. So if you want to take the earnings alerts, there is a options. So one is we have a options plan, $199 per month, where you will take all the trades. If you don't want to focus on all trades, only focus on earning trades, that is 129 per month. All you need to do is just before 15 minutes before the market close. Even though we may give trade at 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, you can just come before right around 2:30 to 45, just to take the trades. And next day morning, when market opens, you can close the trades. If you want to, again, you need to have a professional plan to set all the alerts at one time. You have to go to the watch list. So if you don't see this option, you can go to tradingview.com and go to help section and you can create a ticket telling that you have a professional plan but you don't see this option, then they will enable it. They are slowly enabling to users, right? Because they have millions of users, because it's a new change. They are slowly rolling out to groups. So if you have a three indicator plan, you will get top trend, P5 and price pulse, which are the best three. And then if you have a five indicator plan, you will get a T55, P5, price pulse, top trend. And then, as I said, there are many other good indicators, right? For example, CSD will tell you where you have the buyers, where you have the sellers, and it shows all the supply zone, demand zone, similar to price pulse, but you have your supply zone here, and you have all buyers here. So when you have sellers, it will drop. When it comes all the way, so this is demand zone or buy zone. This is sell zone. So this is one of the new indicator. Then you have something like RC heat map. So all these are like accessories or additionals. So here you have, right, if something is completely green, that means, right, if this row is completely green, it is good for a short scalp. If this row is completely green, good for scalping. If this row is completely green, good for day trading. If this is completely, for example, let us go to DJT. And so it is looking good. So based on if something is completely green, that means this is very good for LITM, is good for tomorrow also we may see a big move on this. Then you have, for example, if you want to know which are the best stocks to trade today, it is showing Shopify, Tesla, BA, Microsoft, like that. It will, you can put some 25, 30 of your favorite tickers. And then out of them, it will tell that okay, Google is very bullish, PXN is very bullish, Apple is bullish, Tesla is bullish, PANW is very bearish. So we got puts yesterday. We made huge profits today with the PANW, Intel, AMAC, AWeb, like that. You know which ones you can focus because there are thousands of stocks. If you want to know which ones are the best ones, you keep 15 minutes time frame, and you can go here and you can change the time frame, and you can edit whichever you want, whatever stocks you want, and based on that you can take. If something is at the top and bullish, they are good for calls or bull puts. Something is at the bottom, that is good for bear calls or for puts. In the same way, you can also do for futures. It's telling that NBT is very bullish, Bitcoin is bullish. That means tomorrow a lot of crypto stocks will move up. Platinum is very bullish, right? 5 minutes gives, but if you want, you can also change it to 15 minutes or 1 hour or 4 hours. Then you know which are really very good bullish, so you can mainly focus on those tickers. Yeah, Bitcoin is looking very good. Ethereum, we did not include Ethereum in the list. Yeah, Bitcoin is number one, Ethereum is number five. Like that, yeah, you can focus mainly on Bitcoin today. If you want to take any buy signals, you focus on Bitcoin. If you want to take any sell signals, you focus on NKD. NKD is very bearish. Already, right? Today we got a sell signal. It's a huge drop on the. We got a strong sell. Came all the way to the bottom. The one contract would have given nearly $1,000 plus here. But now it came all the way to the bottom, so it may go a little bit up, and again it will drop. But when you are in this, when you see a big gap, then that is the best time, right? Either you take here, or whenever you get a green candle, you can again enter short. Yeah, I just added this dots today, so you just delete and add it back. You will see these dots whenever bullish to bearish or bearish to bullish. You will see a nice dot. And also another one more major indicator, major alert you can use. So one is right, whatever I already shared, that strong buy, strong sell on T55. Right, you can go create alert T55 and you select strong buy, strong sell. If you want day trades, 5 minutes. If you want for 2, 3 days, 1 hour. If you want for 1 week, 2 weeks, like that, you want to hold it, then you can take daily. Right? For example, if you go and look at crude oil daily, you can see that, right? We got this, right? It came all the way to the bottom. You got a buy signal, you got a strong buy from nearly $68. It went to 78, $79. So one contract, nearly 10, $11,000. So you took on 12th December, now it is 13th January. Nearly one trade you will hold for a month or 1.5 months like that. Right? For example, if you look at gold, You got a buy somewhere here at 26.27 on 31st December. It is still bullish. Went up, small pullback, went up, small pullback. Again, it may go all the way up to 27.70 or something. So like this, you can use for long term holding for 1 month, 2 months like this. You can hold these one. T55 will be part of indicator plan. So yeah, yes, right. The other important notification you can set is go to T5 and you can do trend change. So this is one more important notification which will help you. So whenever, for example, if it comes all the way to the bottom and trend changes to green, it will tell you that okay, trend is changing. That means you can be ready for the strong buy signal. Or whenever it goes to the top and starts dropping, you will get a trend changing, and then you can be ready for strong sell signal. So again, I'm telling you, you have to go to, so one is you go to T55 and put a strong buy, strong sell on the entire list. The other important alert which will help you to make nice profits is select trend change here. So whenever price goes to top and starts dropping, you will get a notification. Whenever price goes to the bottom and starts going to the top, you will get a notification. So once you get that notification, then you will get a strong buy. That means this will give you little before. Once it starts dropping, immediately you get it. For example, so you will receive that alert little before the strong buy or strong sell. So you can be ready. Once you receive the alert, then you can understand that okay, next to 1 2 candles, I'll get a strong buy. Right. Whenever you add a new indicator, always create a new tab. Right. Go to a new tab, and either you can select your existing layout or create a new layout, and then you add that indicator. For example, you want TI2. You go here. Yeah. Anyone has any other questions? Right. I shared a form in the premium channel. If you're a premium member and if you need any change in the indicators, you can fill the form. We'll provide the access. So basically, TA2 and T5 both are same. Initially, we named it as TA2 because this is one of the top technical indicators. So, but yeah, people are calling it as T12 and all those. So we simply name it as T5. And now because this is more powerful than T5, we named it as T55, T55, because it looks at price pulse. It also looks at T5, and then it will alert us whether to good to go long or not. Again, right, all you need is 1 2 days to understand, and then you can every day, even in the evening hours, in the morning from 6 to 7, 7 to 8. Also, you can take trades, make $300 400. You are done for the day. Once you do it for 3 4 days, now you do it same thing on 10 accounts. After doing it for 1 2 weeks, do it on 20 accounts. So you can keep doubling your salary, doubling your income as you gain more and more confidence. Yeah, anyone has any questions? If not, we'll end here, and then I'll post another link in the premium channel. And if there are any new members, if they need any help, I'll help them with the setup. Price pulse shows the blocks by order, sell order blocks. Generally, most of the metals move in the same direction. If gold is moving down, then silver, platinum, copper, everything will be moving downside. Now, for this strategy, you don't need to win 1 minute. You can just win 5 minutes. For top trend, you have to be in 1 minute in the night time. But for this one, you can be just in 5 minutes. And so, what do you think about copper? Do you think it can go down? Do you think that's a good one? Yeah, you can change from 3 to 5 in the middle of the month. Yes. Capital gain. Yeah, because there are some buy order blocks here, it is risky, right? It is at the top, but you see, whenever you see these green boxes, that means they are buyers, buy orders. And also your trend is very bullish, momentum is bullish, so it is little risky. Better to avoid it. And also generally your curve should be represent towards the downside. If your curve is again pointing to upside, that means again it can go up. So if these lines are very close to each other, that means there is a lot of choppiness, consolidation. We should see nice gap between these two lines. Otherwise, it can go from red to green, green to red like that. We see a drop on Ethereum. Yeah, you can log off and log in, and then you can add the DeFi indicator. Yeah, this one is also same thing. Still, your lines are green and blue. As long as these two are green and blue, don't short it. Wait for price to go below these two lines. Yeah, same thing. Most of the pickers will be little choppy now. In the morning time, it will be much easy to make profits. During this time, generally it will be little slow, so you have to spend a lot of time. But you can use this time for practice to understand. Then in the morning time, you can take the real trades. Right? Hope everyone it is clear. Right? All you need is just wait for this. Just wait for these conditions. Then you can make 90-95% success every day. with stocks, options, futures, and with the help of prop firm trading, you can do multiply your time and efforts. So don't forget that, right? It may take few days, few weeks, but whatever you practice, that will be worth. You will get, or you will get a K1 at the end of the year. It will be treated as ordinary income, because if you stay more than above 1 year, that will be capital gain. But if it is 3 months, that is treated as ordinary income if you're taking profits. Yeah. If there are no other questions, thanks everyone. Right, it's up to you whether you want to delay your success or you want to take time to learn and understand. You don't have you will at the end of the day you will see the trades what you have taken for earnings or for SPX. But yeah, while doing trading, you won't be able to see, right? If there are 100 investors, I cannot have all 100 watching me taking trades. Yeah, but at the end of the day, you will receive that account summary. What are the trades we took? How much profit or loss we made for the day? For earnings, you will have all earning trades. For SPX, you will receive all SPX trades. You cannot leave the profits for the next earning season, because again, for calculation, tax calculation, all those things, it will be difficult. You can keep your capital, your 25K share, you can keep like that, but you can take your profits. Yeah, Friday is the last day for earnings fund. For SPX, you have time until Jan 31st, because we'll start from Feb 3rd for SPX fund. For earnings, it is we'll start from 20th. It is the same 2% per month. Yeah. Okay, everyone. Good night, and let me know if you can send me an email on kishore.ramaraj@gmail.com if anyone has any questions. SPX fund is basically same thing, right? For earnings fund, we'll be taking only earnings alerts. For SPX funds, we'll mainly take SPX bull puts, SPX bear calls based on our indicators or based on overbought, oversold conditions. So SPX is nothing but your spy. If you invest in stocks, suddenly there can be a bad news or good news. Suddenly things can go up and down. Whereas SPX generally go by the price action, right? There is no, unless there is a war or something. Generally, your SPX, whenever it comes to the bottom, do bull puts. Whenever it goes to the top, you make 2% per month. 2% return, that is 24% per annum on your investment, irrespective of how much we make, or how much. No, we won't take trades on anything else. For earnings, it will be purely earnings fund. For SPX, it will be purely SPX. Yeah. Okay. Good night, everyone. What do you move again? 2% return, there is no risk for anyone because, yeah, with the indicators, we are making over 85 to 90% success. So, with that option, you have zero risk unless you think like you can make a lot more than that. You can use indicators and do it. Otherwise, you can invest there. 3 months is the period for anything earnings at the end of 3 months. You can take it, or SPX also at end of 3 months you can take it. You have to give. So 3 months is right. Feb, March, April. At the end of April, you can decide to take it, or you can take both profits and keep your 25K share for the next 3 months. Yeah. If any other questions, please send me an email. Good night, everyone.